Hello everyone, welcome back, and yes, I'm back with videos, and today I got here to show you the line I'm working. So I am the owner of the Ender Factory. Ender Factory is it's a firm who do printings of 3D models like fantasy, sci-fi, military. So it's a new company I have among the rest models, the store I have here in Portugal, and now I'm starting showing the things I have to sell. Okay, so this is a start video, and it's a beginning video. I am beginning to making videos, so it's difficult to me again to start making the videos because I'm not used as I used to be. So I got here some figures from Bestiarium. So this is Bestiarium is it's a firm who makes 3D models printing for gaming, 32 millimeters, and they have big ones. I have here lots of things. So if you want, you can buy to me the printing models, not the files. Okay, the files, if you want the files, you just go and search on my mini factory or in Patreon, and you can sign for Bestiarium. They are really awesome company. They are really nice guys. This is one of the things I think they are really good what they do. So I got the three different things, and this is from the Coat of Flesh. So this is this come in the bundle, but I have all these ones to sell one by one. Okay, if you want, I got here. You can see this is an altar, 32 millimeters, guys. So this is a really big one, and as you can see, the details on this, it's really awesome. Okay, I am going to put on the air the website from Ender Factory, and then you can see all of these the renders I got from this. So this is one of other guys, and I think you can see all of these you can buy with bases or just like this. This is another one. You can see on the faces, it's really awesome, guys. So the level of details on this figure is super high. So I print, they came out with the trees or the supports they use for this, and I don't clean anything. I just remove from the sprue very easy, and they are come all almost clean. Okay, you just have some things you can here use a sandpaper, put a little putty if you want, and you got here another one. So this one, I'm going to start to paint, and on this video is just going to show how easy it's to put primer on this. So this is a gray resin, and this is a high quality gray resin. Okay, for you guys who makes prints, if you buy a cheap resin, if you have a really nice machine and a nice printer, it's going to make very different. Okay, if you buy a really nice one, you got all of these details, and it's really awesome. So this video, I'm just going to grab my glasses. All right, to see better, because now I am a little spooky. So I got just right there a little pin here, so I'm just going to use my file and just smooth Okay, you can use a little small, but yeah, I'm using a big one. And as you can see, it's ready to go. Now the issues you guys normally talk. It's about the primer you can give on these resin figures, right? For me, it works really nice, really nice. The primers from AK. So this is the two new generation acrylics. This is a new formula, and I am going to use the black one because I want the black. It's going to be the first shadow on this one, so it helps a lot to put on this. So for this, I'm going to use my black primer. Of course, don't use always acrylic thinner from the same brand. Okay, if I'm using AK, it's for me, it's what I like. So use the proper thinner. Don't go with another brand, or just because you hear your friends saying, "Ah, no, this brand is better." Okay, it's always a better one or a worse one, but if you use one brand, use the thinner for the same brand. Okay, and for cleaning, of course, I use the AK Perfect Cleaner and for my airbrush. Alright, airbrush. Talking about airbrush, I'm using with 2-point bar, and I use a 3-point needle, and I use my AK airbrush. Okay, as you can see it, so this is the basic line. It's just one of the AK app. You must see it's very equal for some airbrushes you see on the market. Okay, I can use with another ones, but this one it's really good for to do all. Okay, it's a 0.3-point needle, and you can do all with this. If you are going to little details, okay, you're going to have a little needle for this, but for now I can just have the 0.3-point needle, and I use this for almost everything I do. So now another question: what is the ratio of the thinner and the black primer? Okay, primer, it's very different from a color, right? So the ratio is very different, but for this one, for the primer, I always use 50% of each other. Okay, maybe sometimes 40% of the primer and 60% of the thinner, right? But for this I'm going to use 50-50. So you shake it. On this one, you don't need to shake too much. The primer, it's always really good for this. And for the thinner, okay, why not just a little shake it? Now I'm going to make my mix directly on the cup. Okay, I know there are guys that want to make the mixes on a little thing like this, but for me it's always good like this. Okay, I put 10 drops, 11. Okay, it's dropped one more. So now for the thinner, another 11 drops. Okay, here it is. So you can do a 5-5, or but it's what I do. Now I use, yeah, just simple as this, a brush. So let's mix this on the cup. Really nice. So I just want you guys to see how it works, this primer on the 3D resins I sell. So you're going to see how it's really easy. But of course you can use the things you want. Okay, for me it works fantastic like this. So let's start and make the primer. And you can see it's a really smooth one. So on this step, if you want to speed up the video, okay, not a problem. But I just want you guys to see all the process, because there are a lot of things think about resins. It's not stick well. It's most of the things I really don't understand why they say something. For me, this worked really nice. I will do a good layer on the primer of this, because, like I said before, I'm going to use the black to be the shadow, the first shadow of my figure. So now, really nice of this primer. You can see it's a shiny one. Now I'm going to start using my air dry, and it's going to dry really nice and quickly. And there is no problem for the resin, believe it. You can see it's really quickly, and I got here very moisture on my town. I live in Sintra, and we got lots of humidity on the air, so sometimes it's a little difficult this to dry. Okay, I will put this later on a stand to paint, but now just do it with my hand. It's ready. Now I'm going to flip this one, grab here on this leg, and start making the rest of us. Another thing, guys, don't try to put the primer just in one time, okay? You maybe normally I put 1, 2, 3 times. Yeah, about 3 times. You want thin layers to grab each other, okay? You don't want one. If you do a big one, normally it peels up really easy. And there is no brands on the market who don't do that. So you are going to have all the time that problem if you put a thick coat, okay? So thin coats, it's the better, and you can see what you're doing. Yeah, and on this one I will do the first color. The main color for me on this one is going to be for the tunic of them, it's going to be a brownish leather one, and the other thing it's going to be, yeah, you are going to like it. The way I'm thinking, And you can see how it's easy, it's not drying on the tip of the airbrush. I don't clean the airbrush one time and I got, it's normally the problem with the primers, and this one, it's really awesome. You fall down. Okay. Some parts I don't see here. You see, I don't make any of this to clean the tip. It's because it's good. And I think it's ready. You don't need to put this all black like I see sometimes guys doing. I just want this to go everywhere on the recess because I want that to be the shadow, the black one. And on this I'm going to use masking putty to paint some big areas. Okay, you got here the legs and the arms, they are all big areas, and I use, I don't know where I have somewhere the putty, and I use that for masking and paint the big ones, and then I go on the little details. And it's good to go. So yes, here it is with a primer, and it's ready to receive the first color. Normally when I do the primer I wait about 24 hours this to stick really nice, okay, because when you are moving, it's normally to go out some of this, okay? Because I put very thin layers and a very thin mix, okay? If I put a very strong mix, of course it's going to grab at the first time better, but later it can peel, okay? And then it's go everywhere. So now I grab just a little more careful. Just go there, and it's done. So easy. Okay, because I am forcing. If I put this on the stand, I don't have that problem. Now, when you do the first layer of the primer, or the primer with resin, just grab a napkin, okay, and just save it there. Okay, if you put on the table like this, you can hear. Yeah, it's like a sandpaper here. Okay, so here it is. The things I am going to have here on the store to sell. I got lots of it. The guys who saw me on Spain saw my store, and I'm going to launch really quickly the Ender Factory web. So from yesterday, just a quick see of this. I just put a little of the video I do yesterday with my wife, and I use yesterday this one. This is the 3G special set for the Russian green. Okay, you got here 4 colors that I mentioned yesterday, and I use all the colors of these to make this effect. And here it is. Now you can see better the effect right here. Okay, now I will start making the first filter on this. So I'm just going to put here varnish, and then I will start using the filters, oil filters from AK for put together all the work I do. And then I will see if I go with the more, this one, the silver gray highlight, this one, sorry, and do some of the highlights here on the tank or not. So I'm just going to see where the filters. So guys, tomorrow I'll return with another video and to show you the progress of this tank and the progress of this figure. And yes, I got the other one. Sorry guys, you can see the other one I am doing. Okay, so this is from BCRM2. This is a 75mm, and yes, lots of works to do on the leather here too. So the bluish I don't like too much, so I'm going to start another thing on this. The metallics, I think it's showing little by little, and the skin, I think it's not too bad too. So I am doing just speed paintings, not that really nice paintings, because I want to put some of this on the on my store for guys to see how it's go when you paint. And with these ones you can see I got here the bases for this one, and it's go just like this. Okay, so when you buy me these figures, you got normally this base for you put on your miniatures or figures, what you want to call. Okay, so guys, tomorrow I will make another video and show you the progress, the things I am doing, and I hope you like it. Any comments, just guys, to say. If you want to ask me about anything about the 3D resins, just ask me here on YouTube or Facebook. It's where you want. And just one catch up. Normally it's Elsa, my wife, who talks with you when you ask me something on my social networks or on the web. Okay, it's normally Elsa. If you want to speak with me, okay, just send the message and say yes, please, I need to talk to Nuno. Okay, and there is no problem. Okay, not because I am working and sometimes it's not easy to stay a lot of time on social networks on my phone. Okay, so I need to be concentrated. You know guys, we are modelers, we are painters, and so we need to be concentrated on the work we do. Okay, so this is my full-time work, so it's normal for that. Okay, bye guys, and I see you tomorrow.